One moment, let me just reset, revert the machine. Okay, I've just explained facts variable. I think it's very clear what is facts and what is that facts gathering task and what's happening in background and what module is used for that. And I've told you it is showing in JSON, right? It is showing in JSON. I mean, like gathered facts are visible as JSON, okay, JSON code. I mean, listed as it's a list variable actually. Look here, list variable. Let me tell you one example. I'll just say like instead of Ansible distribution, I'll say Ansible, sorry, Ansible ENS33. ENS33 is actually a connection which is available in this machine. If you scroll up, this is actually, you know what, this contain only Ansible, ENS33 main variable and its sub variables and values. Example, I just want to get IP address. I just want to get an IP address of a particular machine, means server IP address. I just want to use this particular. I just want to refer IP, and I mean a variable which can return IP address. I just want to refer an Ansible variable, facts variable, which can return IP address. You know how to use Ansible underscore ENS33 op. Okay, braces open here. Okay, features is actually another sub variable of this particular list. If you scroll down, you see there is IP version 4 and address. So how to use, you have to just refer the variable Ansible underscore ENS33 dot IP version 4 dot address will return this value. Okay, if you want to get network address or MAC address of this MAC address is another list. MAC address is another list. So you can directly say Ansible underscore ENS33 dot MAC address. Don't say IP version 4. IP version 4 is another list. Look here, it's open here. Understanding? And okay, closed here. Understanding? So that is another list. So here, MAC address, to get MAC address, no need to use IP version 4 dot MAC address. You have to say Ansible underscore ENS33 dot MAC address. You will understand gradually. If possible, you just try to learn how do we read JSON code. So there are so many good short videos available in YouTube which will help you to. You might be knowing it because if you know Python, in Python we use JSON, right? So same thing. So JSON is actually list variable. List variable. Okay, list variable means we'll have a main variable. Below that you have list of variables. So that is not JSON. Okay, it's like what facts will. Facts variable. Facts is type of list variable. Okay, so we will do some examples here. Then you will understand more about it. Let me just show one simple example in which I'll use facts variable. I'm just going to a simple example just for understanding, and I'll try to use some facts variable in it so it will be very clear. Look. YML. Spelling mistake is not a problem, it's a message. I'll just say sales task, and first task is to like printing a message, printing a message. Okay, and I'll use debug. Okay, debug. This is a module we are using for first time, right? This is a module we are using for first time. Debug. What this module do? This module, main function of this module is printing This is like a echo command, right? Echo command is just used to print a message on screen. So same way, this also used for printing messages on screen, or if you want to print the content of a variable on screen also, this can be used. So this can be used for printing given message on screen, printing to print message on screen, or to print the contents of a variable on screen. We will use this module many times in our course. So I'm just introducing today debug. Okay, so it's not used for debugging as a name implies. Okay, it is just used to print message or print contents of a variable on screen. That's all. So here, if you want to print a message, we use, MSG. MSG is used. MSG is the argument. If you want to print the content of a variable, where? Anyway, I'll use first MSG. MSG, and I'll just mention a variable, a message here in inverted comma, singular double quote. I'll just say name, name of the machine is. I'll just refer a variable here. What variable? Ansible facts variable. I'll just say Ansible underscore hostname. It's actually a variable. I'll show you, please wait. Ansible underscore hostname space. Okay, we are referring variable just to print message on screen, so we don't have to put the variable in single or double quote. Understanding? We don't have to mention the variable in single or double quote, because this is just used to print a message on screen, not for execution. And an IP address is simply one message, that's all. I'll just say Ansible underscore ENS33 ENS33 dot IPv4 dot address, that's all, and close single. That's all, simple. Okay, very simple. I'll just try to execute it. I'll try to execute. So this is just to understand the real use of the fact variable, nothing else. Okay, we'll do multiple testing also. Please wait. I'll just try to execute it. I'll just say Ansible hyphen playbook facts test. Gathering facts. Gathered, and it's showing the message, right? Server A message, server B message. What's the message? Name of the machine is. Actually, we had referred. We look here. Name of the machine is server A. From where? Okay, this debug got server A. From this, we have referred a variable here. What type of variable is this? This is facts variable. Did we declare any variable here? We didn't declare any variable here, right? Did we declare any variable here? No, we didn't declare any variable. No, what's the like scope variable? No, global scope variable, nothing. We don't have any variable in this name, but this is actually facts variable. It's a part of facts, gathered fact. Okay, I've told you facts variable will always start with Ansible. Very easy to identify the facts variable in a particular play. Okay, look here, server A, and an IP address is, we have referred another variable here, another variable. Understanding? We have referred another variable. Understanding? So you can use filters. You can just try here. Instead of, I'll just say host name. Look here, what's output? Server A. Host name is server A. Understanding? And last time I've referred ENS33. Okay, look here, you try this IPv4 dot address. Understanding? Okay, this is one problem. Okay, you can use filters. In filters, you can use only the main variable. Complete list cannot be used. That is one problem. Okay, please try to understand it. Because people usually ask this question. You can use only main variable. Okay, in this you can see Ansible underscore ENS 33 dot IP version 4 dot address. This is a value returned. Okay. Okay, so here we have just used for printing a message. So don't think limit, it is always used to print a message. I've told you, I'll show you multiple superb examples in next chapter. Reason facts variables are always, I mean normally or always used with conditions. So it is difficult for me to show an example here. I've given an example yesterday, like you're working in a company as automation engineer, you got a task to write a script to install and configure Oracle application on multiple production servers which contain Red Hat operating system only. Understanding? So it is very difficult to know how many Red Hat machine, how many Debian machine in production environment. It is difficult. So you can use this. Okay. Look here, what I'll do is there is something called, you can stop gathering facts. You can stop gathering facts if no facts variables are used in your play. Understanding? That is a condition. If no facts variables are used in your play, you can stop gathering facts. Understanding? Okay, what is the use of gathering facts if there is no facts variable mentioned or used in your play? No use, right? Time waste. Time waste. Understanding? So please try to understand. Gathering facts is invisible, default, and automatically injected task to every play. Understanding? So that will always run first. That will always run first. If you don't need, you can stop gathering facts. But you just imagine you have used some Ansible facts variable, you have mentioned or you have used some facts variable in a play and you have stopped it, then what will happen? It will throw an error. Let me show you an example. I'm just going to stop facts gathering. I'm just going to stop gathering facts in same. Okay, same. I'll add an extra clause here. What is that? Gather underscore facts, facts, facts. I'll just say like no. Okay, gather facts. No, I've just mentioned don't gather the facts. Just mentioned don't gather the facts. So you try to understand, please. There are two facts variables used in our play. There are two facts variable used in our play, which are the Ansible hostname, Ansible underscore hostname. Next is Ansible underscore ENS33 dot, ENS33 dot IP version 4 address. These are the two Ansible facts variable we have used or mentioned in our play. So if you stop facts gathering, what will happen? Okay, there will not be value. I mean, it cannot, like your Ansible engine cannot, return the value for these two. So finally, it will throw an error by saying there are some undefined variable used in. There are undefined variable in your undefined variable referred in your play. Correct, right? These two variables are not okay. I mean, like user defined variable, right? These are not user defined variable. These are what? Facts variable. So to get the proper value of facts variable, facts gathering should happen. But here you have stopped facts gathering. Let's see what will happen here. Let me just execute, try to execute it. I'll just try to execute again. Throwing an error. What it says, okay, the task include option with undefined variable. Okay, first one, Ansible host name. Understand, there are two undefined variable. Okay, two undefined variable. After seeing the first one, machine throw an error. Okay, second variable is not mentioned here. Understand? Because in first variable itself, like first variable is undefined. And understanding, so this is undefined variable. So here it's very clear, right? Because we have stopped gathering facts. Until gather the fact, this variable will not get value. I mean, this variable will not get value until gathering the facts. So here we have stopped gathering facts intentionally. So what will happen is, okay, it will say sorry, there is no there are two undefined variable found in your play, so sorry to we can't execute. So this is what just an example. Okay, I'll show you really minimum 3 to 4 examples in condition. Okay, don't worry. Understanding, it's very difficult to show more examples here. I'm just showing simple example to understand facts gathering. Understanding. So next is I've told you there are so many facts variable. Don't try to by heart. Really impossible. Can you by heart this complete get this complete facts? Really, that is impossible. That's really not possible. You cannot learn complete facts. Okay, what you have to do is try to learn basic facts. Okay, let me tell you one example. In our office, there is one person. He is using Ansible. Okay, so he got a task actually just to update HP. I mean, just to upgrade, flash the BIOS of HP servers. Okay, all production servers only. His duties is he has actually done server plus Ansible. Server plus, server plus course, right? Server plus Ansible course. Ansible means not only Ansible. I think he has finished Red Hat also. I think I don't know because I don't have any contact. I've heard this from one of my Windows colleague. So he wrote, this guy wrote, he got a task. Task is we have so many HP servers. There are multiple servers, but HP servers, company got a mail, information from HP. They have, released some security patches for the BIOS. Means so we have to flash the BIOS, not completely. We have to update the BIOS. Understanding, and they're given a like a particular time period within so and so. Okay, within so I mean like this many days you must do this. So he wrote Ansible script, it seems. He wrote Ansible script, okay, to update, to patch, not yeah, to patch, HP BIOS, HP BIOS, because we have some Dell server, there are some old Fujitsu servers, and there are HP servers also. So the requirement was he has to run only on HP servers. That too, number one. Number two is what? BIOS version should be less than 6.0, less than or equal to 6.0. If BIOS version is less than or equal to 6.0, then only he has to, do the BIOS patching. Okay, BIOS patching. Understanding BIOS means like firmware patching. Understand? He wrote, Ansible script, it seems. I don't know. I didn't see. But one of my colleagues said, imagine in that case, we need BIOS details, right? So there is, like if you, when you, I'm just going to gather the facts manually. Let's see complete BIOS. BIOS details also really visible somewhere here. Okay, and we will do multiple example. I'll show you like, installing application if operating based on operating system distribution, based on, like a particular partition, available size, everything I'll show you. Please wait, because condition is mandatory for that. Here somewhere BIOS details is available, BIOS version, BIOS manufacturer, BIOS date, every details are available. So many options are really. So don't try to what? No, question is not clear, please.
No, no, yeah, no, no. I was saying we can use grep.
It's not clear. I think there is some issue with sound. Please ask again. Anu.
Is it audible now?
Yeah. Now okay.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is use pipe and grep, right? So I BIOS all the
It's better you type. It's breaking, completely breaking. Maybe connection issue or something. Completely breaking. Okay, if you type, I'll just read until. Anyway, here you see BIOS vendor, BIOS version, all details are available here. Understanding. So what I'm saying is anything is possible with this really, because almost every basic details are available in gathered facts. It's available in the form of variable and value. That is a great feature. You know what? You just imagine you are using some variable without defining, without declaring, you are using some variable. That's really great understanding. So just imagine you're taking one pen and paper, entering to server room and taking the proper count of HP server. That's impossible understanding. So this is a really great feature. Understanding what? Facts gathering. And also try to understand, you can stop gathering facts if there is no any facts variable used in your play. then you can really stop it, because what is the use of simply gathering facts? But you please try to understand, when you're doing a large project, your project 100%, every large project would contain so many answerable facts variable. I'll give guarantee. Okay, large project. It's not like a user creation or installing application. That's not simple. But in okay large project, we will really use multiple answerable facts variable. That is guarantee. Understanding? So we'll see. Let's see. Next, I just want to explain you. There is something called custom facts. Custom facts. Custom facts. User can define facts variable. So basic details are gathered and stored in predefined variable called facts variable. And if you would like to add custom facts variable, you have a chance. You can add facts variable if you need. Suppose you just imagine you have a machine. Okay, machine has some special features which are not part of the special attributes which are not part of the gathered fact. Okay, example, you have connected one IP phone or any other some hardware resources or any other application which is not which is not part of the gathered fact, but you would like to add into facts. In that situation, you can try this. I'll show you simple example. I don't know whether it is used or not, but we have in syllabus. That's the reason I thought of to show one example. Okay, so what I'm saying is users can declare facts variable. That is called custom facts variable. User defining, so custom facts variable. I'm just going to teach you how do we add custom facts variable. Then you may ask, what is a use? That is what I said. Imagine you have a machine which contain some special application or special hardware devices connected, and which is not a part of the gathered facts. If you would like to add in, you can add. Okay, I'm just going to simple example. I'm just going to show you simple example. Okay, also before explaining this, I just want to show you the place where normally custom facts variables are visible. Okay, there is something called Ansible underscore local. Ansible underscore local is the facts variable which is representing custom facts variable. Okay, so that is a list, actually list variable which is representing okay, let me just use command. That's easy really, because it is difficult to view in that list. Okay, I'll just say filter is equal to Ansible underscore local. Ansible underscore local. Just enter. Look here, Ansible underscore local is empty. Brace open here, closed there. Okay, save. Understand, because there is no user defined I mean fact variable or custom facts available. That's reason. Okay, nothing to list. Okay, let me show you somewhere here. I don't know where it is, exact place I don't remember. It's not showing. Somewhere here. Ansible local is there. Okay, understood. It's there. Understanding. Okay. Anyway, so but I don't remember after which variable it is visible. But we should know that, because after defining variable, we should go through this to view it. We can use filter again. It's not a problem, but you must know right where it is. Somewhere here you can see Ansible local. Ansible. Yeah, Ansible local. See. Okay, no variable, no facts variable, custom facts variable are available here. No user defined facts variable available. So okay, I'm just going to show you how do we apply, how do we define facts variable. Means how do we define custom facts variable. Okay, custom facts variable. And I've told you I didn't show you much example for facts variable. Don't worry. In next example, next chapter, we will do multiple example. Okay. So there are two ways to define custom facts variable. So if you want to define custom facts variable for server, you have to approach server physically or remotely. Understand? That means you must create it on. You must create on this machine. You must define it on this machine. To define it, either you can approach physically, but that is impossible in offices. Okay, normal administrator cannot approach servers physically. Servers will be in data center. Okay, mounted in rack. Normally, a normal administrator will not have permission to enter into data center. So that is physical approach is really impossible. Another is you can just approach remotely with the help of SSH or any other remote accessing application. But and also if you want to define custom facts variable for multiple machine, that is really difficult, approaching physically one by one individually or accessing remotely individually is really individually remote. Individual machine remotely is what hectic. So what you can do is you can write a Ansible code for that. So what I'll do is I'll show on server A manually. For server B, I'll just try to execute Ansible code. Okay, then you will really understand it well. For server A, you can take either SSH or you can approach physically. Okay, now I'm on server A. What I'll do is I'm just going to create Ansible facts variable. Okay, Ansible custom facts variable. For that, what you have to do is you have to just go to /etc. Okay, open Ansible. Ansible directory will not be available on this machine because we didn't install Ansible here. So you must create it then, mkdir. Okay, so in Ansible, in Ansible, you have to create facts.d directory. So I'll just say -p. Okay, Ansible /fact facts.d. This is mandatory. Okay, this path is really very important for defining custom facts variable. Created, just to say Ansible cd Ansible facts.d open pwd we are in. Okay, next I'm going to create a file in which I'll define facts variable. File name can be anything, that's your wish. Anyway, I'll just use like custom. I'll just say custom. Okay, custom, but extension should be .fact, custom.fact. File name can be anything, but extension must be .fact. And so I'm just going to declare general variable. So there are general variable and special purpose variable. I'm just going to show you simple examples. So general variable, so you must say like general, and you can declare all variables here. I'll just say pkg example, and we are testing only. Pkg, I'll say httpd. Okay, and srv, I'll just say like httpd, and state, I'll say state equal to started. Example, 3 variables are defined. Simple. Okay, 3 variables are defined. Okay, so these 3 variables defined created in a file called custom.fact. File name can be anything, but extension should be .fact. That file must be available in a directory called facts.d, which should be in Ansible. Should be in what? etc. This is really mandatory. Path is mandatory. File name can be anything. Extension is mandatory. Understanding? Okay, this general is actually what section where we declare general variable. You have special purpose variable also. Let me just try this. Okay, come back to this and just try together the fact, local again, server A, right? Look here. Yes, declared variables are visible here. Okay, Ansible underscore local custom general. So this name can be anything. General should be general only because these are the keywords used to define the variable. And these are the three variables we have declared now. First is pkg, value httpd, srv, httpd. Okay, there are three. So how do we refer it? Okay, how do we refer it? To refer this variable, Ansible underscore local dot custom dot, okay, Ansible underscore local dot custom dot, general dot pkg will return this value. Ansible underscore local dot custom dot general dot srv will return this value. Ansible underscore local dot custom dot general dot state will return this value. We will do example, please wait. So this is how we define custom facts variable by approaching the machine physically or remotely. Next, I am going to show you another example. Imagine you just want to define custom facts variable for 100 machine. Can you approach 100 machine physically or access remotely to define it? No. Then you can, it's better you can write Ansible code for that. So I'm just going to write a code to define custom facts variable for server B. Okay, let's start. Vim slash, sorry, Vim, I'll just say like custom facts dot YML. Okay, before that, let me just create variable file here. Okay, I'll just create variable file first. I'll just give custom dot fact only. I'm creating on my machine. Okay, custom dot fact, enter. I'm going to define three variable general type of variable, so must say general. Okay, general. Okay, and first variable is package and equal to, I'll just say nginx. Okay, service sorry, nginx state, I'll say started. For example, three variables are defined. Now I'm just going to, okay, file is available here, right? File name is custom.fact. So what I'll do is, okay, I'm just going to write a code which will copy this file. Sorry, before copying, it will create Ansible directory, facts.directory in server B, and it will copy that. Okay, it will copy this file to that location. So we are going to write the code for that. Vim, I'll just say like custom fact.yml. Okay. Testing custom facts. Okay, host server B only, right? Server B. Task. First task is to, okay, creating directory. Okay, and which module is used to create directory? File module is used to create directory. We have studied. And if you want, you can use variable also. Let's use some variable, otherwise we'll forget variable, right? Let's use some variable. Where's, sorry, I'll just say first variable what? dir. I'll give dir, directory. I'll say the location is etc slash ansible slash facts.d. Next variable name is file. In this, I'll just share the, I'll just say store file name. custom dot fact, custom dot fact. Enough. So I'll just use variable, so that otherwise you will forget it really. Now what I'll do is I'll just say like state. State is what? Directory, right? To create directory, we say directory. Okay, and next you have to mention the path. So before that you have to use a command recurse. This is the first time we are using recurse. This is the first time we are using recurse attribute of file. Okay, recurse attribute is actually used to create directories. I mean like directories. I mean directory with a parent directory. Sorry, child directory. A directory with child directories. Okay, so recurse, I'll just say yes. Recurse, yes, and I'll just say path where I want to create. I want to create path. I have already stored in a variable. I'll just refer the variable. Clear? Okay. Next is what I'll write. Second one. Second one for copying, right? Copying file. Copying file. Okay. And copy module is used. Copy module is used, and I'll just say src source. Okay, source is actually, you can just we have mentioned very well. We have declared a variable name is file. You can just mention I mean like refer it. Uh, destination also you can mention dir. Understanding? Okay, if you can ask if any questions, please. If any questions, you can ask. It's very simple. So this, when I execute this, what will happen is it will create a directory structure on server B, means under etc Ansible, under Ansible fax.d, and second, when executing second task, it will be copied. The file will be copied to the destination from the source machine, from the current path. So here I just mentioned the file name because I have just mentioned only file name because file is available in present working directory. Okay, let's try this. Just go to server B and check ls, sorry, just to say like cd/etc. Okay, so cd Ansible is not there. Understand? Then fax.d also will not be there. I'm just going to run it. Ansible -playbook and just to say fax test. Sorry, custom fact. Okay, executed successfully. Now just go to server B. Check Ansible. Yes, Ansible is there. ls fax.d is there. Just to say fax.d, yes. ls file is available. Cat to this. Cleared? Now what I'll do is I'll come back to workstation. Okay, and I'm just going to gather the facts of server B. Okay, server B. Showing, right? Package Nginx, service Nginx, state started. So next, I should show you one example. How do we use this fax variable in our play? Okay, I mean this custom fax in our play. So I'm just going to write a small play in which I'll just refer custom fax variable. Okay, come back to server B and check whether rpm-q nginx application is not installed. I'm just going to write it. Listen well. I'll just say custom fax play.yml. I'm giving name like this because I'll be sharing all screenshot of every play. Okay, later, maybe after 2-3 classes. I'll just say installing and starting nginx. Or I'll just say server B task. Okay, installing installing. Okay, if you want, you can refer variable here, but our variable is lengthy, right? I should say like this: Ansible underscore local dot general custom dot general custom dot general dot package general dot package. I'll just copy this because I have to type this everywhere. Okay, so installing. Next is what em module is used, right? Em module is used. Name of the application which you want to install is general dot package. Okay, next one. State. Let's say latest or okay. Second task is starting general dot service. Okay, and service module is used, and name of the service is dot service. Okay, here you try to understand one reality. We have declared two variable with same value. Okay, we are studying. That's the reason we are doing like this. You could ask me, Ashraf, why you have declared two variable with same value. Okay, same understanding. So we are studying just for understanding. We are doing like this. And state for starting. I mean, like for mentioning the state of services, no one declare variable. Okay, we are just doing all just for understanding sake. General dot state, and finally enabled equal to true. You could ask me a question like, Ashraf, look here. So name of the application. What's the value of this actually? Nginx, Nginx, Nginx. In place of 5 letters, instead of typing 5 letters, how many letters we are typing here? Lengthy, right? But try to understand. We are just doing this all for understanding. That's all. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll just try to execute it. Please try to understand. We have referred custom facts variable here. Custom facts variables are referred, okay, I mean used here. Let's try to execute it. I'll just say Ansible hyphen playbook custom with this. Oh, yeah, there is Mr. Download method. Okay, it's okay. It's oh, server B, right? Let's be okay. Problem is mount slash dev slash sr0 slash mnt ls slash mnt. Okay, error is very simple. Okay, if you read, you will understand it's what related to repository only. With this, we are finishing fourth chapter, but we didn't do okay many examples for facts. Don't worry, I'll show you 4 examples minimum. Okay, 4 examples for facts, interesting examples. Please wait. Okay, just come back to this and check rpm nginx install system ctl status nginx started running. Okay, so fourth chapter is finishing here. If anything, you can ask, please. Any questions? Okay, don't ask me to show examples now. Example I'll show in for fifth chapter because it's better you can easily catch also. Reason I've told you this facts variables are normally used with conditions. It's very easy to catch from conditions only. So I'll show you minimum 4 examples in condition. Okay, if no questions, next unit is unit 5. In unit 5, we have main things. There are many things, but main things. A unit name is Ansible, loops, and conditions. Loops and conditions or conditionals. In this, first we will learn loops. Later, next we will learn conditions. Conditionals, and we will learn handlers. And there are some like means what to say, like there is something called block, Ansible block. Simple. Okay, we'll take minimum 3 days. Okay, 1 hours, 3 days. Understanding? 3 hours minimum 3 hours we need for finishing this. First day we can finish loop. Second day we will finish conditional. Third, I'll try to finish handlers and block. Okay, so these are the things. And after this, remaining chapters are really easy. Sixth chapter, 1 day chapter, 1 day. We can finish by 1 day. Seventh, we need 1.5 hours. So we cannot finish by 1 day, 1.5 hour. Eighth chapter is 1.5 hour. Ninth chapter is actually matter of 30 minutes. 10th chapter I will not teach, that is student practice. I've already shared book. If I just say like this, no use, right? That's the reason I've shared original book course material. Okay, just to go through it, then you can realize. Okay, so finishing fifth chapter will take time. Remaining all will finish one day is enough really. For sixth one day. Sixth is very interesting because in sixth chapter we will learn file handling. How do we use Ansible to handle the files? Modifying the settings of a configuration file. Okay, not for learning, not for creating regular files or something. I'll teach especially how do we handle configuration files. That is very interesting, very important. Okay, seventh chapter is what? Managing large projects in Ansible. So in that we will learn some rules of Ansible. Eighth chapter is about Ansible roles, ROLES. Ninth is troubleshooting. Okay. So ask if anything, I'll stop here. So fourth is finished. Try to practice. I'll share 2-3 files today. There is no custom PDF for third chapter. Third chapter you must adjust with recordings. There is no custom PDF available for that. Also, you can try to go through the textbook. It's simple. Third chapter. That's all. We will meet tomorrow. Okay.